You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. You want to start at 15 seconds after?
Yep.
All right. Sweet.
I did have to sync up last week's.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, a little bit. It was just
Okay.
a tiny bit off. Usually we're like right on point.
We are on point. Did you start it already?
Yeah.
All right.
Live.
I was trying to think of something that rhymed with live. I was going to say live and I didn't think of anything.
You could say live with 5.
Live. Oh. Welcome, folks. We're live with 5.
I can't say that, but you could.
I had to think about that for a second when you first said it.
I can say
like, what?
live with Rye. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live with Rye.
And 5.
And 5.
Hi, Becca.
Hi. Hi, how are you?
Good.
How's
Happy
today?
Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
I'm kind of tired today, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I went running today. Did you like that video I sent you and tagged you?
I did. I love that.
Somebody was like, who is chasing you? And I didn't listen. I listened to it after the fact, and I'm like, man, you can hear me like breathing and stuff. It's kind of funny.
I know. I would have preferred the video with like, I don't know,
no
a
audio.
Song.
Oh, a song.
like Chariots of Fire.
I mean, I just I'm trying to think, how does that go?
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, okay. Like usually when it's like slow motion.
Yeah,
but I was running fast though, so.
And the movie that made that song famous, they're running in it. So.
Yeah.
I believe. I can't remember the movie, but.
Or like the.
Is it Chariots of Fire? Is the whole movie Chariots? Oh shit.
I don't know. I was thinking of the song that they play when like Jerry's doing the race on Seinfeld. I don't know if that's that song. It's the Superman song. I thought it was like the song for Superman or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that movie for Chariots of Fire. I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's a film. It is the whole film is the song.
When did that come out?
In 1981. But I don't know if the song is called Chariots of Fire, but the main theme song is that song. And they're running.
Okay. Who are the main actors in that? I don't even know that movie. I'm thinking of like an action movie, but is it? It's probably not.
No. Ben Cross, Ian Charleston, Nigel Havers, Ian Holm, Nicholas Farrell, Brad Davison. Oh, Brad Davis and John Gielgud.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I don't know if I've actually made it through the whole movie, so.
2 hours. Yeah. I don't know that I'll watch that.
It is. Okay. Chariots of Fire, British dramatic film released in 1981 that tells the true story of 2 British runners who brought the glory to their country in the Olympics Games of 1924 in Paris.
Meh.
Anyway, you ran.
Yeah, I ran. I was a little tired. Yeah, I'm trying to get packed up for the Becca Craft Show this weekend.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see each other there, and I'm headed to Louisville tomorrow night on Thursday.
Okay.
But I think I got a good idea of what I need to take. I took more than I needed last time. I mean, I always take more than I need anyways. But so I'm gonna do 1 table less. I'll do, 2 or 3 boxes less than I'm taking. And you're taking planters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not going to take any planters.
I don't have very many big planters, so you should take some bigger ones. I think I have 3 big ones. Like, not even big, just like
Medium
regular
size.
size. Yeah.
Yeah, mine are like 6 inches across, but like 4 inches, 3 inches tall for my like what I would call medium planters.
Yeah, you should do the medium. You should bring some medium planters. At least I have small planters. I mean, I don't care if you bring small planters, but like, yeah.
I don't really sell the small plant. I don't even usually take planters to shows anymore, just because
Yeah.
it's not really worth the table space, and people see it, they don't really know that it's a planter until they get up close to it.
Yeah.
So I really just take those to Thimble Gardens to sell on consignment,
That makes sense.
and it's low effort. Like people are there to get plants, so I just get them from there. Maybe
For
I'll take a few to
sure.
the farmers market. I'll do next
Yeah.
weekend.
I think farmers market is a good place for planters.
Yeah, as long as they're good on the price. I think I
Mhm.
retail those for $32.
Yeah. Fuck that shit.
What are your large ones or your medium sized ones?
$15.
Oh my gosh.
Planters are literally quite possibly the easiest thing for me to throw. They take
Yours
as
have the
little.
tray on them too?
No, I don't do the tray anymore. I made some trays. They're not glazed. They were a piece of cake to make. And I usually just fucking throw the tray in with them. I just sell the tray with it. I like,
For $15 total?
oh yeah. I don't
Oh
fucking
my
care.
gosh.
Literally, they take no time, Ryan. I throw them in a minute. I put a hole in the side, and then they dry. And that's
But
it.
the clay costs money, the firing costs money, the space, the glaze. I mean, it's not nothing.
I'm
But
still making money off of $15.
yeah.
If
But
I'm
you say
making money off,
you say you only have 3 left, so you could make more if you only got 3 left.
I didn't make very many
Oh, okay.
of the
Where did
big
you sell the other ones? At Rebecca's show?
Rebecca's show and also the studio opening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have holes on the sides, which I've found to be quite good.
Nice. Are they angled down so it's like right where the sidewall meets the bottom? Is that what you mean on the side?
Sure.
Or you're talking about at the top?
No, it's on the bottom, but it's like they're not angled down. They're just a fucking hole. I do it with my
Oh,
pinky
okay.
when I throw it.
Oh,
like,
okay.
like,
Gotcha.
yeah. By the way, if you are making planters, just put the hole in when you're throwing it because the plant doesn't care. The people don't care. Nobody fucking cares where the hole is.
As long as you have a drainage hole.
As long as you have a drainage hole. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I just unloaded a good kiln today. That's pretty much
Oh,
it.
good. Oh yeah, I saw some of those pictures. Those are great.
Yeah, looking really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. Did you see that little cup that was blue and white?
I feel like I did, but I don't
It's a little
remember.
carved cup, but it was a blue pigment that I got. I got some, I think it was a
Oh yeah,
mason
yeah, I
chain or
saw it.
something that I got from somebody, and they just gave it to me because they had it, and it was a bag that's probably like a 2-pound bag of it or something,
Mm-hmm.
and mix it up, test it out, came out nice.
Nice.
We tested it with the white glaze, so
Nice.
it kind of reminds me of Kurt's like slip things with the white
Yeah,
crystalline.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I always really like that combo. So I normally do the white on the black slip stuff, and I'm like, oh, that looks good. So like this is gonna look good, right? And it did. It looks really nice. So now we're ready to start putting the blue on stuff.
Nice.
Just to see how it goes. Because sometimes the underglazes can be finicky, and I know that I can fire this directly on the shelf with slip, and I don't have to worry about it, which is nice.
Get it.
So yeah, not much else happened in the studio other than that. How about you? What's going on?
Are you excited for the backyard craft show?
Yes, I'm a little worried about the crowd. I don't know who's going to show up, but we've been running the Facebook ads for like 3 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever. I think we ended up putting $400 towards it over that time. And then that's pulled from the artist booth sales. So
Is your mom putting out posters
yeah, I got
today?
No, she put them out on Sunday
Oh, good.
over the weekend. Yeah, so I got posters printed at a local print shop here in Cincinnati.
Not really posters. They're like
They're yard signs.
Yeah.
They're like weatherproof yard signs. So we got those printed, and then Rachel put the vinyl letters for the actual date so that we can just peel them off and reuse them next year. We got 10 of them. She put them around the neighborhood or around, that area.
Yeah.
Last weekend. So they're going to be up for a week. And then I did not get that big yard banner that I was thinking of getting just because I spent over $300 on the yard signs. I was like,
maybe
I don't
next
really
year.
want to spend another $300 on a big banner that's like, hey, the show is here.
Yeah.
Or put it out at the street, maybe at the corner, like on the main street would probably be better when I do get one. So
just
maybe
put
next
some
year.
Fucking balloons on the mailbox. Like,
yeah,
well,
we'll do something like that.
Is Snow Cone Man gonna be there again?
Yeah, he'll draw
I felt
them in.
so bad for him last year because they just gave away everything and then nobody else bought anything.
Really?
Yeah, remember they the first 50 people or something they gave free snow cones to.
Oh, I feel like he did say that. Why did he do that?
Because he's an idiot. I don't know.
I don't know why he would do that. I mean, I was a little worried for them because I was like, I wonder how popular it's going to be for them, but they didn't really care, and it was like a minimum wage guy working it. So
oh yeah, he didn't give a fuck.
He doesn't care. I was worried a little bit that it was like, oh, they're only going to have one truck and they're going to be dedicated to our show and they're not going to get that good of sales and it's not going to be worth it. But I mean, as long as they have exposure and I guess their person gets paid for the day. They don't really care, right? They do so many shows. I don't know that they care as much, but I mean, and they're coming back, so.
Right, like they knew what they did last time, so they're coming back fully knowing.
Right.
I also love the word exposure. I feel like it's a bunch of full bullshit.
It's like a glorified ice cream man that's in the neighborhood. So it's like, hey.
Honestly though, oh, that's true because all the neighbors can come over and get a snow cone. Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah. Yeah.
And it's right when you get in the neighborhood. So even if you're not coming to the show, you can be like, oh, there's snow cones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious how the crowd's going to be with the other show happening down the street at the same weekend. I hope that helps. Because the art's on the green.
Some signs at the other show?
I don't think so.
We should go sneaky signs over at the other show and put it right at their entrance.
Put it along. I mean, we could put it along LaGrange Road, like right there.
Yeah.
Like at the stop sign or at the light, and be like, "Hey."
For sure. Yeah, we should sneaky a sign over there for sure.
Yeah, maybe we can.
Can we wear all black, and do it at night?
I mean, I don't know that we need to sneak about that. And then we have like a pulley with somebody on a thing, and they're like hovering over the ground.
Yes.
To make sure you don't leave footprints.
That's how I did when I stole my stop signs many years ago.
How did you know where to steal them from? Like, is there an area that's like, they're not going to miss it? Or
absolutely.
You don't stop here anyway.
I would never steal a stop sign in like an area that somebody could get hurt. This was on a back. I actually do feel bad about it.
It was like a 4-way stop where it says like 4-way and you just take the stop sign. So it's like, okay, they're not going to put 4-way here without the stop sign. So
no, I would still never do it there either. No, it was at the end of a driveway. like it was at the end.
Why did they have a stop sign there?
I don't know. And it wasn't really a drive. I mean, like, in Colorado, it's like frontage roads and like a bunch of like dirt roads and stuff. And it was at the end of a dirt road. And actually, it hadn't even gone up yet. Like the sign was like laying by the road.
Oh, no.
And we like fucking like took it off and it was at midnight. And
jeez.
So we did no harm to anybody because it wasn't even up. And then I hid the stop sign for years and years and years. And, because I had my brother's stop sign, and I had the stop sign that my brother got from his college roommate, and then I also had the one that I actually stole. And the one that I actually stole, I hid in the attic room, which was I had a room that had a door through my closet into this little attic room that like wasn't finished or anything. It had like shitty carpet, and so the carpet would come up, so I hid it under the carpet, and for years. And then when I left for college, I forgot that it was there.
Oh my gosh.
And when my parents sold their house, I had to text a friend and be like, "Can you go get that stop sign that's under the carpet?" Like, I
Because they're
should have
gonna
just left
find it
it.
while they're moving.
I should have just left it for the new owners. They would have never found it.
Wait, it was under a rug, or it was like,
No, it was under carpet. Like
oh,
there
so
was
you
just
had to pull
loose
up carpet
carpet.
from the corner or something?
Yeah, there was like loose carpet in that room. So,
Wow. What would your
yeah,
parents have done if they would have found it?
be very disappointed.
Where do you return a stop sign?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a federal offense.
Is it? I'd suspect it wouldn't be good.
I don't know. I don't have the stop sign anymore, so they can't.
Okay.
Nobody.
I was like,
I
should
do
you
have
be admitting this right now?
I do have a stop sign. I don't think that we have any cops listening. But if we do, I'm sure there are worse things that you could arrest people for.
I feel like I heard that if it's not a legal stop sign, you're not technically have to stop at it. Have you heard that?
Like if it doesn't have the sticker at the bottom that says that it's
Like if it's not like a reflective stop sign, it's just like the business just put up a stop sign that's not, it's like faded and everything. Like I feel like I've heard that you don't technically have to stop at that because they have to choose where to put stop signs, right?
for sure. I don't know, but I do know
Like in a
that
bank parking lot. Like there's one right by the post office that there's a stop
yeah.
sign in the bank parking lot. That is where if there's somebody at the pull through, you
Right.
stop. But that bank is always empty. It's like,
Well, technically the parking lot is private property and the cops shouldn't be able to pull you over in private property regardless. So, but I will say that I do know that yellow speed limit signs are suggestions. They are not the law.
yellow speed limit signs. So not the white ones.
Not the white ones. White ones are law, but the yellow ones that are often on corners.
Like take this turn slowly.
Right, corners, exit ramps, stuff like that. Those are suggestion signs. They're not law signs.
I never thought of that as being a law. Like, hey, you took that corner too fast. I thought that was like, hey, if you were in the largest truck possible, like a semi, you
should
need to
go
take
this
it at
speed,
this
yeah.
speed because you
No,
could
no,
jump
no,
over
but
it.
like, yeah, but like, you know, when you're exiting like in an exit ramp or something like that, or on a freeway when you're on an overpass or something, they always reduce the speed limit.
Oh yeah, I always thought of that as a suggestion. I don't think
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, you took that curve too fast.
I don't know what to tell you.
But
I don't know.
Okay, so you admitted something you stole in the past. I wanted to admit something I stole in the past when I was a kid. I
Oh my
stole.
god, I'm excited.
It reminded me when you were showing your thing earlier. The only thing that I've like remember stealing as a kid was a 4-pack of pens from Staples. It was like gel pens from Staples, like the G2 pens or something.
Oh, you're adorable.
I think it was like a gel pen pack or something.
Did you get caught?
No,
Nice.
but yes. I don't
That's great.
make stealing a common thing. I don't even know why I stole it. I was probably like 12 or 13. Actually, I was probably older than that because I probably drove there.
Oh yeah.
Maybe 15 or 16. I don't know.
Yeah, I would be bad at stealing stuff.
I wonder if there's people that like snack on things at the grocery store and don't like pay for it. I probably have to all the time, right?
You know what was really cool? The Fred Meyers in Seattle or in Washington, which is basically Kroger. So
Right.
I don't know if Kroger does this, but they always have fruit and stuff for kids.
Like a free bin of like, hey, take it if you're a kid.
Yeah, like
is it
oranges,
like the
apples.
past expiration thing, or is it like just for kids?
Just for kids, just to keep them occupied. Yeah.
I thought it was just trying to get them to eat like fruit and stuff. I never thought of it as like a pass the time while you're shopping so your kid stays occupied. I didn't think of that, but that's a good idea too.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see my unicats today? on my stories.
Yes. Did you just draw that, or is that
Yeah.
a filter? Okay.
But like both of my cats like did the most majestic poses today, and I got pictures of both of them, and so I put a little unicorn on it, like horn on them. It was adorable. I have a
Speaking of,
farmer's market tomorrow.
do you?
Mhm.
First one. Did you
First one.
commit to a couple weeks, or did you already commit to the whole thing?
Committed to the whole thing.
Really? Sight
It
unseen,
was
huh? Have you
it
ever
was
attended
only
it?
no, but I have a friend that attended it.
Oh, okay. So you got a little bit of insight there.
Yeah, she made $500 the first week.
Okay. Is she a potter?
She does earrings.
Okay.
She's the one that had those cool
Is that the dangle woman that does all tags you in the dangle
no.
daily dangles?
No,
No.
that's Patty, the photographer from Claycon West.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, this is the girl who Rachel bought earrings from.
Oh, she does it. Okay.
Yeah. So, and
And
I
that's
don't
all
know
she sells there?
I don't know if pottery will sell as well, but all of the other vendors except for her are food. So, there's
Okay.
no other arts
Yeah.
or anything like that. So,
Interesting.
and even
I'm
if I
surprised
like
you
make,
committed to the whole thing.
well, you either
Like,
had to
when does
commit
it
to
go?
whole or half. So,
You
it
couldn't be
goes
like,
to
yo, I want to like make sure this is worth my while. Let me come for 2 weeks and then I'll see how it goes.
well, it's $250 for the entire season. So, it's not that much money.
Hmm.
And
It's during the week though, isn't it? So
it's
it should,
Thursdays.
yeah, it shouldn't disrupt your weekends or anything.
Right. It's not that much time, and if I like grow a good community of people and get some connections, worth the $250 in my opinion.
Right.
So,
So
gives
Thursdays at what
it
time?
gives me something to do. It like makes me go outside my home.
Right.
Um looks like there's really good food too. At 4 to 7.
4 to 7. Okay. Yeah, that's a good
So,
time.
yeah, after work. Um
Nice. Is it a good distance from your studio or from your apartment? So it's
Yeah,
not
it's
too out of the
across
way.
town. It's across town, so it's a little bit of a drive, which wasn't an issue until yesterday when
Oh gosh, did something
gas
happen to your
went to
car? Oh,
no, when
gas.
gas
Okay.
went to $5.25 a gallon. Like what the fuck?
Shit.
What's the gas down there?
I don't know. I haven't been out of the house in like 3 days.
Bitch.
I mean, I've seen some social media stuff talking about gas going up.
It went
National average being at $5.
Thursday night, no, Sunday night, it was 4.79. Monday morning it was 5.25.
Jeez,
I have never in my whole life seen it raise 45 cents in a
that
night.
much. Yeah.
I looked up what wholesale prices were for gas.
You mean cost of a barrel? Is that what you mean?
Cost per gallon
Oh.
for like people to buy it, like gas stations and stuff. And the
Hmm.
national average, I believe, is like $3.22. Or in March it was, so who knows what it is.
Oh yeah, March. That's way off. That's
Mhm.
it's a big difference.
I know, but I want to know how much of a like percentage that they make, you know?
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of other fees and stuff they have to. Well, remember, I think we talked about this. Indiana has a bunch of extra fees added into their, or taxes added into their gas price.
Yeah, who even knew that Indiana had like a ridiculously high gas price? Like,
It's because yeah, I think we talk about this at my parents' house or something?
I don't
I
remember.
feel like we talked about it with somebody, and Indiana has a bunch of extra taxes that go into their gas price that I don't know if it's the gas stations
You're
that
right.
pay it or
We
whatever,
did.
but the state, yeah,
We did. Yeah.
the state enforces it on gas purchases or some gas sales.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like it's almost as much as Washington. Like what?
It's crazy.
Yeah, so anyway.
Yeah, we'll have to. I think I might have to fill up before going to Louisville, but Yeah, definitely will be more conscious of it
Yeah.
as
Oh,
we
I've been
start.
super conscious of it. I was like, I really wanted to put spinach in my pasta salad tonight. And I was like, I could just drive over to the Mexican grocery store and get some. And I was like, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way I'm driving over there for spinach.
Yeah, because I mean,
Like,
you're getting one thing of
right.
spinach for what,
Which
$2 or something, and then you
2 months
might as well
ago,
add a couple bucks to it for the gas. You're gonna
right.
going back
2 months
and
ago
forth.
would have been no problem at all. And now I'm like, fuck no. Oh, I do have a very funny story. Are you ready for my very funny story?
I'm strapped in. Let's hear it.
Okay. So, a lot of people maybe remember this, but I went to Memphis this weekend with my friend. Okay, so Teresa.
Walking in Memphis.
So I went to Memphis this weekend with my friend. It was a last minute trip. They called me on Thursday and said, "Hey, can you leave?" No, on Wednesday, and they said, "Hey, can you leave tomorrow?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's go." We're gonna take my car. Turns out my car doesn't have AC, and which I knew, but I thought it was just the
Freon.
Freon. It is not. There's a hole in the Freon thingy. So
That fucking sucks.
it's an expensive fix that my friend's friend is going to do, but regardless, that meant we had to take Teresa's car. Now, Teresa has been driving stick since she was in high school. She's never, her own car has never been an automatic.
And she's about how old? Like, how many years are we talking here?
She's 32.
Okay, so she's
So
been doing it for about 15 years.
15 years.
Wow.
And so, yeah, she's the same age as me minus 8 days. So we're like, okay, we're going to take Teresa's car. And then I was like, great. I haven't driven a stick shift since college. And I don't even remember what happened yesterday. So good
And
luck on
why
that.
do you have to drive the stick shift?
Because I get super car sick. You know this. But
That's why I asked.
yeah, you know this, but I get like ridiculously car sick. So I always have to drive. And
Or
this is
anything more than like 20 minutes or so, or
pretty much, yeah. So this is why I always drive when me and Ryan go anywhere long distance. Drive to Louisville. I drive everywhere. Rachel loves it. So
yeah.
so anyway, I'm like, okay, great. So Brandon takes me out, do a test drive with the car around the neighborhood, and I'm like, great, got this. Took me about 15 tries just to get into the fucking driveway. And I'm like, it's fine, it's gonna be fine. So Teresa drives out of Indy, and then we get like we eat some food, and then I start driving, and then I stall out at a light, and then I get honked at, and then we're fucking dying laughing. Like, I have not laughed as much as I did on this road trip.
Are
Like,
you screaming like cursing at people like give me a fucking break?
I'm like
Or are you just
screaming. Ryan knows this, but like nobody else knows this. When I drive like this. I'm like, you motherfuckers! Like I like my octave goes like way higher, and I just become like this like ridiculous human. And so, but no, we're just like, I'm trying. Like, anyway, we get on the freeway. It's all good. We're good. The upper gears are fine. It's just like first gear, right? So anyway, Teresa goes in for an interview at the plant that she is interviewing at. This is for a job. They're moving to Memphis. And this was our trip to go look at houses and stuff. Like, Brandon stayed behind with the kids. And so she needed somebody to drive with. So my job is to drop her off at said plant. She's gonna work for Breyers, which is Unilever. So yay for ice cream. And so I drop her off, and I like barely got out of the parking lot. Like, I stalled. I stalled immediately, and there of course was a car behind me, and so then I like pulled off and then reversed and then went again. And then I like drove down the road, found a rest stop, sat for like a couple hours, and then I just got in the car and drove around this little park that they had like 4 times, stopping, starting, stopping, starting, just like practicing, right? And
right?
right, in first gear, because that's fucking hard. Gotta have confidence. And then I'm like, great, got it. I'm doing good. I figured it out. And then she texted me. She's like, "Hey, do you want to go to lunch with us? They said you could come." I'm like, "Great, I'm coming right now." And so I like, I drive to the plant, and then I get to it, and there's a fucking gate, and I like do the thing. I'm like stopped, and I like press the thing in. I'm like, "Hey." I'm here to pick up Teresa, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, great. And so the gate opens. I start to go, fucking stall.
I'm guessing there's not somebody at the gate, right? Like,
no, there's not
an
somebody at the
automatic
gate.
gate,
There's
probably.
like a fucking button, and you have to like call them. And so the gate comes down, and I'm like, fuck. And so I push it again, and I'm like, I'm really sorry. Can you open it again? And so they open it again, and I fucking stall again. And then,
Are they waiting like 100 feet up the road, like watching you?
so wait, stop. So then I get a phone call from Teresa second time, and she's like, "Where are you?" And I was like, "I'm trying to get through the fucking gate. Bye." I like hung up the phone, and I pressed the thing again. And I was like, "I'm really sorry. Can you open it again?" She opens it again. I fucking stole the car again.
Third time's a charm.
I stole the car again. Then the gate closes, and then this guy comes up behind me. There's a truck behind me, like waiting to get in to go to work. And so I like pressed the button, and I can't remember if this was like the fourth or fifth time, but I finally was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm trying. I know that I'm an idiot. I'm trying to learn how to drive a stick shift." And
Can you
and
just
she,
like push the button like 3 times? Just push it, wait 20 seconds, push it again, wait 20 seconds.
no, because it was like an intercom. She had to open up the gate.
I get it. I was like,
Oh
you're
yeah.
like, can you just humor me and just, is there a camera watching me? Can you
I
just
know, like, can you
enjoy the
please just
show and
open
just
the
push
gate
it?
for like 20 minutes? And so I finally like got like I still stalled out like twice again, and I finally got under the gate and then like figured
Luckily,
it
it wasn't
out.
like slamming down on the car or something.
No, it stayed open and like figured it out. And the guy behind me looked like he was pretty chill. And and Teresa is like dying laughing. She's like telling all these people that she's about to work with. She's like, she's stuck at the gate and she can't figure out how to get through. And and I like roll up like jerking, and
They're all
and I
waiting on
like
the
I
curb.
like stick my head out the window, and I was like, I swear to God, I practiced for 15 minutes. I don't know what I did wrong. I was in third gear. So
Because
so
it goes like it goes like left to right to left, right? It kind of like
well, first
you.
is up left, upper left, second is lower left,
Oh,
third is middle, fourth is middle down, third is
oh,
middle up, middle down, fifth is, and it's apparently it's different on every car, because I was talking to Andrew about this, and he said that his reverse is near first, whereas the reverse here is near
so you have
sixth.
to look at the little chart thing, I guess, on the.
Yeah, well, the problem is I would have figured it out, but there's a little cover over the gearbox, so you can't
Oh.
tell what gear you're in unless you like really look at it and know, you know.
Mhm.
And there's nothing that like alerts you. You're in first gear. Like there's no like.
Shit.
Yeah. So anyway, that was that.
Oh my gosh.
By the end of the trip, though, I was pretty good.
Okay.
I
Is
did
it
pretty well.
is it hurting the car much when you're stalling it, or?
I don't know, but it's not my car.
That's why I would worry about it, because I'm like,
And to be quite
what am I
honest, they have a
damaging
lot
here?
more money than I do.
Oh
No,
my
I don't think
God.
it hurt the car. I told her though, I was like, if I kill your car, just let me know and I'll pay
Oh
for it.
my gosh.
It was
That sounds
so funny.
hilarious.
She was so patient with me, honestly. She was so patient. We laughed so much. It was hilarious. It was quite hilarious. She drove in the city, and I took like Dramamine
Yeah.
the second day. So,
Oh my gosh. I've literally never driven a stick shift, so I don't know what's
I think
involved in
that
that, but
you would
it's
I think that you would do well with it. I have really bad ADHD, as we all know, and it was an issue. Like, it was an actual issue. Like, I forgot the clutch was there a few times. And and I say that and people are like, "Oh, you remember eventually." Like, no, you don't. Like, not when you're me. Like, I forget, like, I shared a story today. Like, I forget to take my pills every single morning, and I've been
Right.
taking them for 6 months. Like, you don't remember when
And
you have my mind.
you have to 2-foot it, right? It's not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And but by the end of, like, we were almost in Indy, and my brain hurt so bad from just, like, thinking
Oh yeah.
so
I
much,
mean,
and,
that's way more
like,
stressful when you're just used to like I can drive and I can listen to music and I can sing and whatever and
right.
like change a thing on your phone or whatever.
Yeah.
You can't do that
Yeah.
when you're driving a stick, I'm guessing.
Well, and we were talking and we are listening to a podcast, and so, like, by the end, I was getting so tired and my brain just was so boggled that I was like, "You have to drive the rest of the way. I
Yeah.
can't fucking drive." So,
Phew.
yeah. But I told Rebecca that she has a stick shift, and I told her that I'd like to practice once a month.
Mhm.
Um,
This might
so
seem like a weird question, but do stick shifts have cruise control?
yeah, this one did. I didn't know that either. I thought that they didn't, but they do. Because once you hit sixth gear, which is 60 miles an hour basically, then anything after that is after six. So you can go into cruise control.
Okay. You can do that
I
on the highway and
I'm sure you could go in anything lower too, but yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So,
We have a visitor.
hey Maribel.
Marbs.
Maribs. So anyway, that's what happened.
Oh my
That was
gosh.
it was
Hilarious.
hilarious. We went way over on our, like,
Oh,
usual
our
banter, but
allotment. Oh my gosh.
I hope
36
it was
minutes,
worth it,
but
and you can, like, anybody that has, like, like a good old boy husband can share this story with their husband and they'll laugh. Um
sounds so funny.
yeah, it was
I
great.
want to try this stick shift, but I don't even know who I would ask that has one. But yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
Anyway, should we do our question?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, our question is actually from Ryan's assistant. And she said, if you could go back to get a degree in something where the classes are paid for, what would it be? And that's Erica Kilroy.
I think we said a bachelor's, right?
No,
A
just said a
degree.
degree. We both have our bachelor's, so I mean, it doesn't matter.
I mean, I would technically, I would say the easy answer is I want to get a Bachelor of Arts in ceramics because I never technically got a bachelor's. I got a minor because I want to do
Yeah.
all the firing and stuff.
Yeah.
That I enjoyed all the different atmospheric firings and stuff. But if I said a different
Okay, let's
one
like
that,
cancel out ceramics. Like, you can't
okay,
get a ceramics degree.
okay. I was initially when I was talking with her about it, I said like entrepreneurship or something like that.
Business.
Business,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Mine hands down would be industrial design.
Okay. Where would you go to get a bachelor's in that or a degree in that?
Probably RISD, Rhode Island
Okay.
School of Design. They have one
Is
of the
that like
best programs in the country.
is that an undergrad degree or is that more a
I'd probably
master's
get
level?
I could get a master's in it because I've gotten a fine art degree, so I could get a master's. And plus, with
Oh.
ceramics, you already have, like, a lot of that nature, like, natural tendencies, but you do need to learn CAD programs and stuff like that. So
Okay. Yeah, I just when she asked me that, I was like, man, I just have no urge to go back into the academia, even if it was paid for. It's like the time investment. I was like, that doesn't sound enjoyable at all.
do you know what my long-term goal is? Like, not even long, like, always, like, my retirement plan has always been to be a custodian at a college so that I could just, like,
Take classes for free.
take classes for free and just take out the trash. Like,
Yeah.
like,
I
that's
would love
it.
to like audit classes. I think that would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe if we were talking about auditing a class where I'm not actually getting graded and stuff, there'd probably be a little more flexibility with what I do. But
Yeah.
because like, do I really want to write a paper about some business thing that it's like I'm not really going to move into a career about this. I just want to learn about the topics, you know?
Yeah, I just want to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah. What
for
if you were
sure.
just auditing?
I don't know what that means. I mean, I know what it
Auditing
means.
means you're not getting graded. You literally just go to class.
Oh yeah, I would do that 100%.
Like I think some people do. I think some like older people do that. Like if you're retired, you could just go back and like audit a class. You don't want the grade. You don't want the degree. You just want to.
Does it cost money?
I think it does.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I would for sure do that. I just love learning.
I would love to take some of those upper level ceramics ones. Like they did like kiln building or
Mm,
some of those kind of things are cool.
yeah, I would not do anything in ceramics. I would definitely go more towards like if I like had like if I did auditing and stuff like that, I'd want to take some like food science. I'd want to take not chemistry, but
Food science like nutrition.
yeah, something like that. Like just like and then like ooh, in my college they had a beer tasting class. They had like
Oh,
so my college you could get an actual brewmaster's degree and you could get a what's the wine person?
sommelier or sommelier.
Sommelier,
Yeah.
sommelier, whatever it's called. You could get a degree in that too, because it was
Wow.
a hospitality school, so they had like cooking classes and shit
That's
like
pretty
that.
cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Um,
Yeah.
that's what I'd want to do.
Nice. I feel like I was going to say something else, but I don't remember now. Yeah, man, I'm like right by the school now, and I'm like, man, that sounds. Even though it's so close, I'm like, man, I don't really want to go back into a classroom setting.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it today, or recently, because there's an NKU student now that reached out to me that is graduating here in the next semester. I think she's I think she's I don't know. I'm guessing she's doing ceramics, but she's in that department and she's looking to just learn in a studio and stuff. So she reached out and I'm gonna get back with her, but have her come see how I like mix glazes and stuff. That's what she was interested in,
Nice.
just to kind of see how it works. I guess she didn't learn much about that at school, and probably just talk with her about the studio kind of things. So I think I
Yeah.
might want to reach out to their department and just say, hey, I'm right by school. If you all ever want to have like your class come see the studio, like a working studio, like
Right.
come up. It's like literally 3 minutes from campus, so
Right.
like come on over and we can chat and I can show you what's going on and
Yeah.
a little road trip.
A roadie. A roadie trippy.
Yeah, so maybe I'll reach out to. I mean, I know some of the people that are in the department, so that might be kind of cool to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was asking that because she's thinking about going back to school to do something in the arts actually,
Oh, I see.
because she works somewhere that they would pay toward her tuition.
Oh, she work at Starbucks?
No, she works for like McDonald's corporate.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Um, wow.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of places out there now. If you work, I mean, depending on where you work, but a lot of places do pay for education and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think like most actually what's crazy is that like a lot of fast food places do.
Hmm.
Um, which is
And
cool.
like FedEx and
Yep.
DHL and those kind of
Yep.
UPS, like those kind of places do too, for sure.
Yeah.
I know that was a big draw in Louisville because UPS is based there. Um, yeah, they had pretty good pay, and then they paid for tuition toward school.
Yeah,
So
it's crazy. Okay. Would you like to talk about I'll talk about it, but
yeah, you need
should
to
we
introduce what
transition?
we're talking about today.
Okay, we are talking about surprise, surprise, Becca's life is changing again. Woo! um, so,
I feel like
yeah.
there's a song to cue here, but I don't know. Changes? Is there a Changes song? Is that a
Um,
Tupac song? Changes? I
I don't know.
don't.
Uh, so, so this is what's been happening. I have been planning on phasing out of Gravesco, which was the long-term plan regardless, to not be at Gravesco more than about 2 years, just because um, I'm not a huge fan of working with friends, because in the future, typically it ends in demise. And
Just in your experience?
in my experience, every friend collab has ended in either a really ridiculous lawsuit or or like ridiculous.
Our friendship is going to court.
Or, anyway, that's why you should never open a business with a friend. Just a word of warning. So, and me and Rebecca don't have any issues right now. I just do not want to jeopardize the friendship in the future. So, and it was kind of like a transitional point anyway for me to be here. So, yes. So, but also on top of that, my hands are dying. So as we've known for a while.
Yeah, I mean the production pottery can take a toll on anybody.
Yeah, and I think my hands would have been fine, but a couple months ago when I went to Isaac's, I just did a few things that, like hand motion wise, that brought back a lot of carpal tunnel that didn't work, that hasn't gone away. So,
damn you, Isaac.
Damn you, Isaac. I definitely don't blame Isaac at all. I do blame his clay, but that's fine.
That's where the stiffness of the clay probably factors in, right? It's probably more of a toll on your hands.
It just wasn't a normal for me. It wasn't like a normal thing for me. And also I was holding a rib, which is also not normal for me. So it was two motions that wasn't in my
they were in your comfort zone or in
my comfort zone, and I thought it would be fine, and I probably pushed myself too hard, and it ended up not being fine. So whatever, it's all good. So yeah, and Rebecca's like, I've been wondering how you've been dealing with production anyway.
Like body wise?
Yeah, body wise. Yeah. So she was.
You've been working there for how long?
I've been working there
year and a half.
Year and a half.
Okay, and pretty much throwing production 5 days a week for a year and a half. Is that accurate?
I throw 4 days now.
4 days a week.
For a year, I threw for 5 days, and then I've been throwing 4 for probably since January. And I throw 100 pieces a day typically, but I also throw the bigger stuff. Some of the bigger things. And when I do that, I don't throw as much. But yeah. So there's that. I don't produce any more or any less than any of my other coworkers. But
you're kind of foreseeing a little bit of the road ahead, whether it's relationship wise or body wise, it sounds like.
Right. I am a forward thinker. So like that's why I sold my house, and that's why like all of these things, like I always I plan ahead. Maybe to my demise, but usually not. So anyway, talked to Rebecca, and at first I was like, maybe I could open up another paint your own pottery, and then I talked myself out of that. And now on Thursday I was talking to Rebecca, and I was like, what do you actually need to be thrown? And she's like, we're all caught up and we're in a slow period right now. And I was like, how about I take a couple weeks off? Like, how about like I give you a financial break? I probably make the most money as far as the production potters. Me and Sarah might be the same, but I was like,
she's been doing a lot of work getting the rebrand done, and
we all heard it last week.
The website,
so, yeah,
we talked about it. So she's deep in the weeds in that stuff. So
exactly. And so the financial part is kind of like struggling right now. And, with the transition from the huge client to that, it's just been tight financially, which was expected. But I was like, how about I take a couple weeks off? And she was like, that would be fucking great. And I was like, great.
Because she's not going to ask you to say, hey, I need you to take time off.
Right. So Rebecca's like number one priority is employing her employees, like not firing
sure a livable wage, and within if they want work, hopefully they
have it. That's her like number one priority. And so And I know that I can stop at any time and pick up right where I left.
Mm-hmm.
You
You don't
know,
have you don't need a ramp up period of 3 days or
right?
something to get back into it.
Yeah, I don't usually need a ramp up period. So, and like, Sarah doesn't have that. Like, she doesn't sell online almost at all. Merritt has been kind of taking a break. And so I was like, I'd rather let them have money and me make money elsewhere if I can.
Right.
And so that's why I signed up for the farmers market. And that's why I've been doing like I did a flash sale tonight for, what
Pasta
did I do it
bowls.
for? Pasta bowls.
Are you still
And
calling them pasta bowls? Or are we calling them something
shitty
different?
pasta bowls. Yeah, they're
Shit
pasta
bowls.
bowls. Shit
Shitty pasta
bowls.
bowls.
And right now I'm at 815, 11 orders. So $815, which is
Nice.
fine with me. All I need to
I
do
mean,
is
that's
make it.
good, honestly. That's
Yeah,
better than I expected. Or that's dollar wise, like that's good. I'm guessing that was multiple items sold, right?
right. It was 11 sales. Average sale was $74. So, and like
That's
I
good.
sold a set of 6 for $100. So, um, but
Because
all
you
I
were doing
need,
that incentive for $20 a piece or 6 for 100.
yeah. So all I need to do is make $1,000 a week to match what I'm making in
Mm-hmm.
Gravesco. Probably maybe 1,100 to compensate for taxes. But yeah. So
Because I mean that's better on your body if you are taking pieces from start to finish, right? Versus just
right.
focusing on throwing.
Yeah, because you're doing all of the things, you
Yeah,
know?
you're giving your hands some rest. You're probably giving your back some rest when you're standing up, working at a
Right.
table, you know, doing all different parts. It's good to work your muscles differently,
Yeah,
right?
and you're glazing and you're like, well, I'm not trimming, but you're doing all the things. And also, I don't have to work any harder.
Do you get are you in a state now that, well, not now, but like are you getting to a part where you've got a goal in mind, so now you're kicking it in the butt a little bit to like get going? Because I know before you were kind of like, "Oh, this is like extra money for
Yeah,
any
now
work you
that
were
I
making."
have to make money, I'm making money.
Mhm.
But also it's like, I threw 50 pieces the other day and it took me 2 hours and like at the studio, and then I threw 50 pieces the next day and I'm like staying at the studio this week. I think that it's really interesting the perspective of post burnout Becca versus pre burnout Becca, because like pre burnout Becca, I would have been like, I got to do all the things and I got to have all the things. Post burnout Becca is like, I'm going to go into the studio for 4 hours a day and that's it.
Mhm. Well, I mean,
Like,
you're way more efficient with your 4 hours, I'm sure. Well,
yeah,
giving yourself that I'm going to be there for 4 hours, I would think your mindset is more focused because you do have to go to the studio. So
right.
you're in a
Yeah,
more like, okay, I can get a lot done in 4 hours because I know exactly what's going to be good time wise for me to work on and stuff like that, right?
right. Like today I went in and I was like, okay, I got to unload the kiln, glaze the stuff, load the kiln, and then put handles on mugs. And then I'm leaving. Like, that's it. That's all I have to do today, And I left at
Yep.
2. And I packed up all my shit for the farmer's market. And I left at 2. And
Oh, you have the market tomorrow.
yeah,
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah.
Sweet.
So, yeah. So I left at 2 and it was great. And I was like, this is so amazing. Like, with my ability to throw so fast and with the breakdown of products and with the like not having to trim anything and the things that I've like implemented into the shitty cup line or the shitty pot line, I'm like, wow, I just made my life fucking easy. If I can
Mm-hmm.
pull this off, I might never not do anything else again. Like 4
Until
hours a
you get
day.
bored with it or you get tired
I
of it,
know.
because you know
Or
that's coming, Becca.
I know.
That's gonna come in a few months or a year. I don't know. It's gonna
I
come.
know. Well, and I've done pottery for such a long time, but the goal is to get out of pottery, um, production at least. And also, people are gonna get sick of shitty cups, so they'll,
No, they're not. You're gonna find a market in this area. I feel like it.
yeah, we'll see. Anyway, Yeah, so that's happening, and then Ryan's sending me all these shows, and
You can't give me an in, Becca. You can't be like, I'm signing up for shows, and I'm gonna be like, all right, I'll take some of the work off you, because I know some of your thing. I think you told me this, but you were saying like I'm just stuck. Like
I'm
you're
frozen.
you're like, yeah, you're like, I think I know what I want to do. Like I want to do these shows, and I want to, but where do I start? What shows are available? You know, a lot of shows now are, you've got to apply like 6 months before, but there's certain shows you can find, but
Yeah.
they're not documented as well, so you kind of got to hunt to find them.
Yeah, I gotta show you my list.
Yeah, I saw
I
you documented it. I don't remember if you shared it on. I think you
look
shared it on Instagram.
look at how many shows I put in.
Yeah, you got like 7 or 8 in there. It looks like.
Yeah, so those all have those are all within a deadline, like they're not past deadline. And I even
Right.
went on Zapplication, which was new for me.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
That's pretty easy to find shows. Just
Yeah, it's great.
by
I mean, you
date,
can filter it by date. You could filter it by
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 city.
state, by
Yeah.
region.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was brand new for me. And because, like, I don't know if a lot of you realize, but when I was in Washington, I knew almost every single person that I was doing shows for, going to farmers market. Like, it was one of those things where it's like,
You get an
hey,
in with somebody and you stick with it.
yeah, or on like Wednesday, you're like, hey, do you have an opening on Thursday? And they'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, come on down. So it's a totally different environment. So, like,
Starting from
so
zero, kind of. I mean,
yeah, it's so informal to very formal. And so, um, yeah, so I'm trying to figure out shows, and then me and Rebecca have a meeting set up to talk about maybe going into consulting
mhm,
and starting up a Patreon, like a personal Patreon for like throwing tips and
mhm.
efficiency stuff.
Like get in the weeds of specific things that you're
Yeah.
on the wheel or okay.
Right. So it's not as much like I'm gonna throw a bunch of pots, but I'll get on the wheel in a day and do demos on all these different things.
Cool.
So, yeah. And
Yeah.
I don't know what else I need to do. Like, if I want to make like $4,000 a month, I don't really want to make
Oh,
more
did
than
you say
that.
800 a week? Is that what you were shooting for? Is that what you're
I'm
talking about?
shooting for like 1,100 a week,
1100 a week.
so 4,400 in a month. Now, keep in mind, I can live off of 2,000 in a month,
Mhm.
but it'd be nice to have a little extra.
Well, plus like prices of things are going up. So,
Right.
just
Yeah,
to be
like
prepared, you know.
my monthly budget has been $1,000 for the last couple months, and like other than my rent, um, and I was like right on the money every single time. So,
Mhm. Nice.
but then I did the math, and I was like, holy shit, I'm doing what I used to do. Like,
You're talking about production wise?
no, about money wise,
Oh, money wise.
like living for $24,000 a year.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah. Going back to the 4400 a month, is that what you mean?
well, 4,400 a month is like 48,000. But
I thought that's what you were saying. 4400 a month?
yeah, 4,400 a month. But like my budget, my actual budget,
Oh,
like
your
me
budget.
spending
I
is
gotcha.
2,000. And so it's like wow, Becca, you're gonna spend like $12,000 like in a year, other than your rent.
Right.
Like, God, I can't even imagine if I made how much money you make. Like what I would spend my money on.
Well, I mean, most of our money goes into savings, and then we drop a whole bunch of money on stuff like the patio getting done
Yeah.
every now and then. And then we've also got the AC unit needs to get fixed actually too because it's leaking, and that's going to be not cheap.
Yeah. It's
So
crazy. I have to drop $800 on my car AC. And
And
like,
that shit's gonna be important as we get into the middle of the summer.
right, like I don't need an AC like for going around town. Windows open, totally fine. But like if I'm gonna drive to Cincinnati or
Louisville, yeah, you're not driving at 80 miles an hour on the interstate with your windows down.
I mean I am, but like now I am, but like if I ever drive with somebody else, like
You're like, sorry, I don't have AC.
I'm like sorry. So yeah, that's kind of important. um
Yeah,
and I found somebody who will do it a lot cheaper than a regular mechanic, so I've got to get on it now. But
yeah.
yeah, I mean like I also signed up for I also dropped QuickBooks.
Yeah, I
Started a
saw that.
started a clean slate.
Were you paying monthly for QuickBooks or were you paying annually for that?
I'm paying annually, so it already like I probably didn't even need it the last time, but when it renewed annually, whatever. But I
No.
finally canceled it.
How much is that annually?
Don't. It's too much. I think it's like $400. It's way too
400
much
bucks.
money.
Okay, I was gonna guess like a couple $100.
Yeah. Um, but so I already pay for Hurdlr, the
I
one that
saw
tracks.
that. What's up with their Instagram? Why do they have like their last post is from 2019 or something? Like, what's
Dude,
going
I
on?
don't fucking know. I was gonna
It
message
looks
them
like
and
a
be
legit
like,
Instagram, but I'm like, come on, company, what's going on? Are you a
they
startup and you
probably
lost your digital marketing people?
they probably are like, you know what? We don't need an Instagram. People just find us through the app.
Yeah, which they can totally find from their phone on social
Yeah.
media if they're sharing anything.
I don't know. But I know I thought about messaging him and being like, "Yo, I could bump you guys up a little bit because
Do
like
it.
three people messaged me and was like, "Oh my god, tell me how it goes." Because so they do
Yeah, I
they
just saw their
do
couple posts that they had, but
yeah, they do
they were showing
mileage
something about the
tracking.
mileage. Yeah.
They do mileage tracking and I've done their mileage tracking for probably 4 years now. And it's great. Like all you do is you just make sure the app is on and it auto tracks all of your miles and you just say you swipe left for personal and swipe right for business.
Hmm.
So like every drive.
Right.
And then but they also have invoicing stuff and like your expenses and uh your income and your taxes and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
I'm really interested to see how it works as like a software
Hmm.
for money for bookkeeping.
Yeah.
It should be interesting to see, but it hooked up to Square really easily and hooked up to my bank account really easily.
Oh,
And
cool. So it interfaces with the Square invoices because I was thinking of invoices and I use like Square invoices.
well,
I
let's
would
see because I just let's see
I
actually
would think
because
I would think Square would be good for I really like the Square invoicing. It's pretty simple for me.
yeah, I think that you could like I think you have to pay extra for the invoicing part
Feature, yeah.
feature, but it takes in all of the Square sales.
Mm.
So
Oh, and it like categorizes them as business transactions and however you want to categorize it
yeah.
from there.
So and what's really nice is that like it comes in and you can say it's business or you can say it's personal.
Hmm.
And then let's see, you can say who the client is. You can add a receipt if you need to. Um, you can do a note. You can say it's a refund or, ooh, I don't want to do that. Go away. Um, or anything like that. I don't know if it's, so we'll see. I'll give an update in the future because like I sold a bunch tonight, so it'll be interesting to see. But like I had a mobile deposit of $374. That's because I think my insurance fucked up and like just sent me a check for $374. But I cashed it anyway. So
Maybe you
anyway,
overpaid or something.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because I was so separate from that. I was talking to you about would you be interested in getting your work in shops or something like that?
Right.
Because
Yeah.
you're cool on the wholesale. Like I feel like you like the wholesale, but you don't want to work too hard for it, I guess, as
Right.
long as it doesn't kill you to keep up with it. But like I mentioned, a shop that I sell with that does consignment with like planters, and does that seem like something that would be in your wheelhouse and something that would interest you, so you don't have to do the work to sell it? Like,
Yeah, maybe. I think that it'd be tough with the price point that I have going right now because I'd have to figure out the price situation.
do you think you'd have to
Um
raise your prices across the board if you did decide to go into shops?
I think I might have to, yeah.
Well, I mean, you're basically starting fresh, selling your own stuff in person. So if any time is good, I mean, now's not a bad time to. I mean, you got to think. I mean, you got your show tomorrow, but like thinking about it before you have a bunch of customers that know you and know your prices. I don't know. I mean, you've got some flexibility here. You got some ways to experiment with it, right?
Right. I think that ugh. Yeah, it's hard because so I was also thinking about like having one of my friends um hook me into like I need to get off of this, sorry. I really like
You're
bookkeeping.
distracted, I can tell.
I like it started asking me all these questions. I really like bookkeeping. um um I that was also another thing. Maybe I should just become a bookkeeper. Um uh so
Get a
I was thinking
certificate for it.
yeah, just like I was thinking that it would be good to get on Faire, and then if I just sell my pieces for $15 wholesale or $18 wholesale, then they can sell them for whatever they want. I'm still going to sell them for $18 wholesale, but they can sell them for, or $18 retail, but they can sell them for
Hmm.
whatever they want. So I was thinking that might be a way to do it too.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's ethical. Is it ethical to do that?
I mean, you're the one setting the price. Are you worried about undercutting other makers that are selling similar things because
Fuck
yours is
no.
so cheap?
No.
Is that what you mean by ethical?
No. I mean, is it ethical to sell m- my pieces at my store for $15 and then have a store sell them for like 30?
What are you talking about? That's wholesale. You're selling them on Fair at wholesale price, right?
Well, it would be my retail price that I would sell them on Faire for.
Wait, I thought the Fair side of things is wholesale. I thought you're buying
It
wholesale.
is. What I'm saying is, okay, so I sell a shitty cup for $15 at a farmer's market, right?
Retail, yeah.
Retail. So I would sell on Faire those shitty cups for $15. Like I wouldn't take the price down. I would just sell it for
Oh.
$15 and they can choose whatever price they want. Is that ethical?
I don't know. I mean, I mean, it's up to them whether they buy it or not, right? The price is set.
Yeah,
I'm guessing competition wise, you would probably be right in the mix of people selling similar cups at that price, right?
probably.
On Fair.
Yeah,
I'm sure Rebecca sells similar cups that you've made like that for $15 or more.
17, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think 17, 20,
I
something like
don't
that.
I think Fair's a little different, right? It's they're buying your stuff to sell it at their shop. They're not necessarily putting your name on it at the shop.
Right.
It's different than like a wholesale
Yeah, it's
where
not
you're
like I'm
selling
gonna fucking
directly to a
stamp.
wholesaler. I think it's a little different because
Well, no, it is exactly like a wholesaler.
it
Like,
is a wholesaler, but they're not buying it because it's Five Lines Pottery. They're buying it because they're in a marketplace and they're trying to look for something that matches their style that they're
true,
looking for.
true, true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And like, I'm not gonna stamp my pieces. Like, fuck that shit. I'm not gonna fucking sign my pieces. Like,
Like, does Rebecca put her
yeah, we put
on
a
her
logo on the
like
bottom.
where people well if she has on the website like where to buy my stuff, does she put the wholesalers that buy from her on Fair in there? Like I do that because my wholesalers say, "Hey, can you mention that you have your stuff
Right.
available at these places?" But I feel like Faire is a little different because it's kind of like Etsy, where it's like you're going to Faire, like you're going to Etsy for handmade. I don't know if it's all handmade, but you're going there to get a wholesale items that are unique, and you don't necessarily care who the maker is
Yeah.
all the time, and you're just, trying to get a certain curated style.
That bitch bought basil. Where does she have it? I'm on I'm on Rebecca's website right now looking to see if she has all of her wholesalers on here, and she has a picture of planters and there's one with basil in it, and I want to know where it is because I love basil. Anyway, um so yeah, she doesn't have a list.
Yeah.
Wait.
I don't think it would be a big deal for you to set $15. I mean, you're just shortchanging yourself at a show to sell it for $15 locally, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, why would you sell it at 15 at a show?
Why
Locally?
would I?
Yeah.
This is a shitty cup. We talked about this.
I'm just saying, why would you say? Is it because of your stance on what you want to sell it for? You want people to afford it, be able to afford it? Is that why you're selling it? You want a larger range of people to be able to afford it?
Sure, but I also think it's fun to sell a cup for $15.
Okay. And then you're like, let the people who are willing to buy it wholesale buy it at 15 because I'm not going to drown in wholesale orders.
Correct. Well, and also I'm not going to sell them for $7. Like,
Yeah.
I don't make any money at $7, you know?
Right.
I
And
guess I
still make
barely make
money
money at
and you
15.
still make money.
I mean, I think I do because here's the thing. I made 50 cups on Monday. Took me 2 hours. Took me another, I don't know, 20 minutes to sponge them off, put them in the kiln. It took me maybe an hour with waxing to glaze them today.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, 3 hours of my work plus I don't really pay for the power.
You don't?
No,
Even with energy costs going up and stuff like that, they don't
not at
charge
our
you for power.
studios yet. I don't know what's going on with that. So he might add it, but he likes us a lot. So
Mm.
so 3 hours of work for 50 cups, and 50 times 15 is $750. That's
Mm-hmm.
like, that's literally, I don't know what 750 divided by 3 is. $250. That's $250 an hour that I'm making on those cups of my hands-on time.
$250 an hour? That doesn't sound right.
That's right.
You're talking about you spend a total of an hour to make $250 worth of cups?
No. No,
I'm sorry.
I spent 3 hours to make $750 worth of cups.
But you've got to do all the work to sell it. It's not sold just because you get it complete in the studio.
Okay, we'll add like a little bit more. Okay, well,
I mean, it's basically double the time, right? I mean, you got to go to a show, you got to pack up, you got to drive to and from, you got to spend money on gas to and from, you got to pay for the booth, you got to talk to people all day. Like,
yeah, but you're
that's
forgetting that
just as
I
much.
have like probably $1,000 worth of inventory already in my car. That was only 50 cups.
Okay. But you still have to get paid for all the pieces, right?
Right. You still have to get paid for all the pieces. But what I'm saying is, like, let's leave the show out of the question. Let's say I do a fucking flash sale and I sell 50 cups. That's $750 worth of
Mm-hmm.
cups. And it took me, 5 hours total to get them, take pictures, and then put them on the internet?
And
Maybe.
box them up. Is that 5 hours
Oh,
including boxing
boxing
them
them
up
up
and shipping
takes like an hour.
An
Like,
hour to box all of them?
sure. Are you kidding me? Do you know how many times
All right.
me and
I just don't want
Andrew?
you to underprice what you're spending your time. I feel like people do that a lot, and they just say, "Oh, boxing and shipping is nothing." But when you add up and multiply it by 30, like it's not nothing. You can't literally get that done in 10 minutes.
No, you can't get it done in 10 minutes, but I could get 40 packages done in less than 2 hours, easy. Like, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to up my flat rate shipping though. I feel like $10
Yeah, I saw you talking
shipping.
about that. I mean, those bowls are not small boxes, so
No. And those, thankfully, only one person like missed the mark and did $5 shipping. But like I don't
we
mind
mean
paying.
did $5 shipping. They caught it before you upped it.
They either caught it before I upped it, or maybe there was an option
Oh,
and they chose the cheaper option, which is
of
fine.
course.
Whatever. Everybody else chose the actual option. But yeah. So no, I know that $15 is super cheap. I think I was selling them for 18 online, and I understand that that is super cheap. I'm fully aware, and we
You
will
just want
do.
that number. You just want the 15 number.
It's a very satisfying number. Um,
As long as you keep up with the volume and you're not hurting yourself. But if you're worried about the body strain, then you would want to up the price, right?
right. If I was worried about the body strain, I'm also going to be doing fancy cups too. It's not like I'm just going to be doing shitty cups. So,
Mm-hmm.
and those take so much fucking time. So like
Right.
those
And if
will.
you get to a point where you're gonna have to up those, right? I mean, or are
No,
you gonna
I
keep
don't
them
think
100 for a long time?
they're pretty solid at 100.
Okay. So the demand for those doesn't change your willingness to change the price.
Nah,
You're still gonna make them. It's just if they sell or don't sell.
right. Yeah. I mean, I'd like to do more online than in-person shows. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to do flash sales. Like those are fucking easy. Like making eight
Yeah,
hundred dollars.
it's like you're making a wholesale order.
Oh yeah, they're
Like you
fucking
said in the
great.
past, it's like a wholesale order, but you've got to ship them out to multiple people.
Yeah, they're fucking great. Like this one that I just did with square, like the ones with the bowls. Like most of them chose white, and it was basic. Like you get a set of 6 white. So you don't get to choose like 4 green, 1 white, and 1 yellow. Like, that's not an option. It was just like 6 white, 6 random, 6 blue, like, and
Mm-hmm.
then ship it out, and that's it. Like all I got to do is make them, and it won't take very long to make them.
Yeah.
So the only issue with those ones is the size. Like they just take up a lot of space.
Yeah. Space in the kiln, and then they take extra glaze, and then
Mhm.
how much packing are you gonna be
Yeah,
doing
the
for these?
packing's a bitch. The
Are you
packing's a
gonna do
bitch.
the cardboard between them, stack them all together,
I
wrap
think
them
so.
in corrugated, and then
Yeah, I was looking at I need to like go to the box store and see um what kind of cardboard and stuff they have. The last time when I shipped them, cuz I only shipped like a few of the bowls. I think that when I did the last pasta bowl flash sale that I did, I sold 212.
oh my gosh,
And oh,
212. That must have sucked packing all those.
well, that's the thing, is that all but one were pickups. So
Oh, that's easy.
you had to be a local.
Did you have
So
anybody local to Indy that bought any of these?
I don't think so. And I didn't have a pickup option. But once I start doing the
Farmers
farmers
market?
market and like
Ooh.
get, that's why I need to do the farmers market to like get a community.
Yeah.
And so once that starts happening, that's piece of cake. But yeah, so like when I shipped those the last time, I like put flat boxes and I didn't open them. I just shoved the bowl in them so it looked like a flying saucer kind of,
Mm-hmm.
and then just like taped them around and shoved them in the box like with no packing. So
What did you put between the bowls?
no, they were like encased in cardboard. They were like
All four of them were stacked together and wrapped in cardboard, flat.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You didn't put anything between each bowl, like a slab of cardboard?
No, because there was two boxes between them
Oh, okay.
basically. So
Gotcha.
it wasn't corrugated
You
cardboard. It
double
was a fucking box.
Oh, so you
Like
double boxed them.
kind of. Okay, so picture a flat box and you know how you can open it up at an angle
I don't know what
and
you mean by flat box. Just a
well,
shallow brown box? A shallow cardboard box?
yeah, a 6x6 square box. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
That's flat. Okay? And if you open it up a little bit, you open it up so it's 2 inches tall
Oh,
and you
I
just
got you.
shove the bowl inside
Oh,
and then you smush it down on the ends and just tape it. So it's like it's got its own little box.
I gotcha. But you shoved the stacked bowls inside there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was not getting the whole flat box thing that you were talking
So there was 6 flat boxes right next to each other in the big box.
about. Oh, okay. So you did individually,
Mm-hmm.
each one was in their own.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I did not understand that.
And that's the only way I've ever like shipped the bowls like that. And so I'm like, ugh, how am I gonna, how am I gonna ship them?
Yeah.
Like,
It always sucks for me when I have to ship the cereal bowls for like wholesale and the
mm-hmm.
box is fucking massive because I can't stack them because the rims would be on the sides because it's not like foot to foot because it's a cereal bowl. And I just corrugated cardboard, like 6-inch corrugated cardboard one way, 6-inch the other way,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just stack them in there. But there's a bunch of empty space inside the middle of the bowl, which
Right.
takes up a lot of room in the box, but I don't really know a better way to ship them right now. And I don't want to put anything inside the bowls. That doesn't sound like a good
Right.
idea for something to rattle around. So,
Right. Yeah, it's so fucking hard. Like shipping bowls. Like that's why I understand why people like mugs and cups. Like to make mugs and cups. Like shipping bowls is such a fucking bitch. It's like
and they're probably like more fragile too, I would think,
yeah, for sure.
because yeah, the rims and stuff. Yeah.
So, do you want to hear what I don't know even know what this podcast is really about this week, but it's mostly just like going through we're just like mind mapping it out and and talking it out, I guess. But so I was trying to figure out a way to make handles for mugs because God forbid, oh my God, I fucking hate mugs. And I said I would never make mugs again, but here I am.
I saw
Making
that and I
mugs.
was like, oh my gosh, Becca must be really desperate if she's putting hands on.
Don't get used to it, guys. I was like, what am I doing? And I texted Rebecca and I was like, do I need to make mugs? And she's like, yeah, you do. And I was like, fuck. And
Do you want a hanging mug rack like I have?
no.
I made like 4 extras. You can have one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe I should get one. Yeah, maybe bring one to Louisville.
Okay. I don't know that I have an extra pipe though. I have a big maybe I can use the angle grinder and cut it before I come.
Whatever. I'm easy.
You need to hang it from something. You could hang it from your booth with like just the corner of your booth, but I don't know that it's gonna hang that nicely without a pipe.
I have something. You're good. I'm good.
Okay, I'll bring one.
Yeah, I can figure it out. It's fine. My booth is very hangable.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, so so this is how I did my handles because I realized that with my hands being the way that they are, I won't be able to pull handles. It's just not going to happen.
Because of the whole like getting your thumb tight.
Yeah, and just like my hand's gonna fall asleep immediately. And
Mm-hmm.
so I did really small coils and then flattened them out with my roly penny thing, and they looked really good. Like
Did
they
you extrude the coils or you just rolled? You just
I do
rolled them
not
out.
have an extruder.
Okay.
So I just fucking rolled those suckers,
Mm-hmm.
which I feel like is good too because it compresses them a little bit. Um, but yeah, I would love to get an extruder, but that's not in the cards right now. So
Mm-hmm.
not gonna happen. Um, all those things I sold. Um,
Yeah. All right. I have to ask. Are you gonna make garden steaks?
oh, I already made them.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah, I have like
Nice.
I have like 50 of them in a box right now.
Okay.
I
Are
need
they
to make a
stamped and
new.
everything?
Yep, I need to make a new batch. But yeah, yeah, they've been
Okay.
selling pretty well.
Sweet.
Yep,
Have
I
you
already
sold
made
them
them.
online or you're just selling them at shows
I
randomly?
am not selling garden steaks online. The last time I did that, shipping them was a fucking bitch. Like, I had to buy
Why
specific
is that?
boxes. They were 12 inches long, but they were skinny. So, like, I could put them in a
Wait,
triangle
they're that
box.
long?
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. I didn't realize. I thought they were maybe like 8 or 10 inches long.
No, they're a
But
foot long.
they're for like because some of them say like tomatoes or something like that, right?
Yeah, but, like, you have to have at least 5 inches to stick in the ground.
That's true. I was thinking like a little pot, like
I still put them
basil,
in
but
little
it's like
pots.
it's like a countertop pot. That's what I
Yeah.
was thinking.
I still put them in little pots. They still look good in those. But, I should
Hmm.
probably do mini ones. But, yeah. No, they're bigger because I figure people will put them in their actual garden. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, those are done,
Okay.
and I got a
Are
cool
you
little
going the
setup.
whole? Are you gonna do the little baking route if people want to do that, or are you just gonna do them all and just see what sells and just go that route?
I think I'm gonna do them all. I don't know. I haven't decided yet because
I feel like you're overcomplicating it if you have to tell them all the instructions and then you're gonna get questions about it afterwards.
yeah, I
That's
mean
what my visual
obviously
feeling.
you'd have to like print out instructions so that they're easy to follow.
Hmm.
But yeah, I will likely just do them all because
Yeah.
the funny ones are the ones that sell, you know.
Right. I wet my
So
plants or something like that. Do you have something like that?
yeah, Survivor, RIP, um,
Hmm. What do
Please
you
Don't
use?
Die.
What are you using for those, and when are you applying? I'm trying to remember because I have a project that I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
That I'm.
so I actually do two firings with the garden stakes just because I'm scared shitless to once fire them because I the way that I fire them is so compressed.
Hmm.
But I do a bisque and then I do a glaze just bare, and then I have archival ink and I stamp the ink on
With like a rubber stamp.
with a rubber stamp, and then I can fit like 50 or 60 of them in my oven, and then just line them in the oven, and then you do the start it cold, go to 425 for an hour, and then turn it off, and then you just let it cool down.
Naturally cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that it would be fine to take them out when they're hot. I think that they say to naturally let it cool because usually people are doing this with mugs, you know,
Right.
and they're probably low fire mugs. So if you pull them out when they're hot, they're gonna fucking crack. So
Okay. Yeah. Because
yeah,
I have a project that I'm doing for a wholesale mug order, and they want their custom stamp on the bottom. And I was thinking of this like Minnesota clay ink pad things.
mhm,
You know what I'm talking about?
mhm,
I don't know what they are exactly. Is it kind of like an underglaze stamp?
yeah, it's an underglaze stamp.
Okay. I was thinking something like that. Something I can get easy that is reproducible and it's simple. I don't want to come up with a I was just gonna get a rubber stamp made
Yeah,
and go that
have
route.
them pay for the stamp.
Yeah, they're paying for it. And then I'll have them pay for the pad or whatever if they need
Yeah.
to. Or I
Okay.
can use the pad, but um
Mhm.
I mean, I'm guessing that's part of the instructions, but do you do that? after bisque, anyways.
So when I was doing the stamps like that, I would always do it on greenware because when it goes through the bisque, it's already baked on. If you do it
Mm-hmm.
in the bisque and then you wax your piece, I don't think it would run with the wax that you use.
Yeah.
But if you wax your piece, sometimes it smears. But you can do it at either stage. And
Yeah. It says temperature range between 06 and 9.
yeah.
Glaze can be applied after stamping. Apply to Best use, apply to bisqueware with a clear glaze covering.
Yeah, no. Just put
But
it
I'm just putting it on the bottom on the bare
bottom.
clay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about what I should have in my booth.
Oh,
Should we talk
for
about
which
that?
ones? The farmers market?
Or just general shows in general?
Sure.
Okay.
What kind of
So
shows are you thinking that will help
I'm thinking
us?
arts festivals. That's what I found mostly like
Not like
art,
not like fine art,
not like fine art. No, like
like craft
there's a
shows.
celebration of arts in Franklin and like a wine and art festival in Greenwood.
Uh-huh. So that it sounds like like price point wise, it sounds like a $150 or cheaper booth.
Yeah, there
Or
is one.
$100 and cheaper booth.
Yeah, there is one that's called This Must Be It. That's an indie that should be really good. And
Hmm.
that's $200, which I'm kind of bummed about, but that's okay.
Is that a 1 day or 2 day?
2 days.
I feel like that's not bad for 2 days.
Yeah. Okay, so regrettably, I have mugs.
You gotta have mug. I mean, is it really gonna be that bad? Like if you have a mug rack, you can make 25 mugs. That'll fill the mug rack or 20 mugs, and then you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
have an extra 10 or 15.
Yeah.
Those are simple.
Okay, and then we have wine glasses.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like I need to should I put out, I don't feel like putting out bowls. Do you ever sell bowls?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, this past show that I just did over the weekend. Oh, I didn't talk about that, but yeah, I did a show this weekend. I sold about $1,500
That's not bad.
at 1 day West Side Market, 10 to 3.
Nice.
Pretty good. A lot of repeat buyers. Yeah, I sell the bowls I sold were a couple cereal bowls. I actually sold like 3 serving bowls actually.
Do you think I should have bigger bowls?
Yeah, I think it wouldn't hurt to have like 5 bigger bowls on display. Like you could make 5 big bowls
With a
quickly.
spout? I should make mixing bowls. People will fucking buy those.
Maybe. I've never made a mixing bowl, so I don't know the market for that. I just feel like the price point on like a mixing bowl or like a nesting bowls and stuff. Like I've seen Andrew make those and I'm like, how much do you sell those for? Like a set of nesting bowls? They're like $300 or $350. I'm like, do people actually spend that money for that? He's like, yeah, sometimes they do.
Yeah. No, I would make like a big mixing bowl, probably like the size of
Like a
the,
4 or 6 pound bowl.
yeah, like 4.5 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then with a spout.
Yeah,
I'd
you could
probably
make that
sell that for
easily.
$75.
Nice. Okay. I was thinking your Becca price was gonna be like 60, so I'm glad you said 75.
Well, I'm gonna trim that, and
Yeah.
that's not a shitty pot. That's like shitty pots have a size limit.
That's gonna be
Oh
that's gonna be bigger than the width of your 5 gallon bucket probably. So I mean it's a big bowl, right?
fuck, I gotta think about that. Maybe I'll do smaller ones. Anyway, okay, and then we've got pinch pots,
Yep.
and I got
You
a
put
way
those in
to
a
make,
basket or a yeah,
and I got a way to make
bin.
those easier, so I don't have to trim them,
Nice.
and they won't get any S cracks in them. And then
You
I
got are
don't,
you gonna do garden stakes at those shows?
yeah, garden stakes. Oh no, not at the.
No? Why not? Those are
Mm,
the cheapest items you have, right?
yeah,
Or
garden stakes.
I mean you don't have to, but
Well, they're funny, so they bring people
oh
in.
yeah, that'll bring a crowd and that'll have people huddle around and hey, look at this.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got mugs, wine, pasta bowls, big bowls, pinch pots, garden steaks, fancy pots.
Fancy pots, yeah. Are you gonna take pasta bowls?
I put pasta bowls in there, yeah.
Okay.
And should I have anything else?
Um, you have wine glasses. What
Oh,
about
planters.
your planters? Yeah. Planters never don't sell that well for me at
I feel
shows.
like
I don't know
planters
why.
might just be a farmer's market thing for me.
Yeah, because I'm wondering what else would fill your booth. Like, um, what's your high price point? Your fancy cups?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
I could do a variety of mixing bowls, like half size, tiny
uh,
size.
would you ever do like a tall vase in a fancy cup? So that'd be like a $200, $300 piece. I don't want to put work on you, but I'm trying to give you a price range so it's like, you have something to come down to.
Maybe. Maybe. I feel like
I
all
feel
of the
like
big
that's
pieces that I've done have cracked on the bottom for some fucking reason with this clay.
I feel like that's a good assortment. And you don't think your mise en place are worth making, do you?
I don't know. The last time I did mise en place, I used to sell 3 for 10 and they used to fucking fly. Um,
Well, if you did like 3 for 15, that's
yeah.
still that's still so cheap. $5 a little bitty bowl. That's so cheap.
Well, I mean it's slab, but
Would that help your body to make the slab work?
no, not necessarily. It's just like the pinch pots are funner. But
But the pinch pots sell for more than those, right? If
yeah,
they
the
were
pinch
3 for
pots are
15.
$10.
Yeah.
So it's like $10 or 3 for 25 or something like that for the
Okay.
pinch pots. And then
Yeah. Because I'm guessing you want to do as many things that are single forms as possible, like no two-piece attachments or anything like that, right?
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Now I
And
could
like the
do
and like the tumblers or something like that, like would that be worth besides the wine glasses, like would it be worth having tumblers that are a little bigger that are maybe instead of 15, they're 20?
like tall cups.
Yeah. I just keep relating everything to Rebecca's stuff because it seems so similar and you probably made
Well,
it. The
I made them
tumblers,
all.
like, yeah.
I mean, like
So
all
it's
the things
like,
you're referring to, I've made at Rebecca's, and
yeah,
it's
like your
like,
shitty cups are short and wide, but like imagine if that was scaled up and it held 14, 16 ounces or 16, 20 ounces. Like,
yeah, no, my cups actually, that's a good idea because I have a cup at
I'm just thinking
Gravesco
if you,
that used to be my old cups that I used
mhm.
to sell, and it's fucking dope. Like, it's my favorite cup to drink out of for sure at Gravesco.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing that I'm so biased towards my own stuff. Um,
You're like, I'm the shit.
I'm the shit. I know, like
Give me that Tupperware.
sometimes I'll get like one of my mugs out of my cupboard and I'm like, damn, this handle is good.
Hmm. Yeah. Did you? What else was I thinking? Yeah, because that gives you a span, right? You don't want to be overwhelmed with mugs. If you give other people
Mhm.
options with drinking vessels, you've got your your shitty cups, the tall tumblers, the mugs, and then you got the fancy cups. And I don't know if you're doing mini fancy cups, but
I'll do
it,
mini fancy cups, yeah.
it gives
Just because
people,
that's like an
4 to 5
easier price
options.
point. It's like an easier price point for people and they're like, "Oh, this is cute and it's
I
$50."
love these $100 ones. Oh, but these are 50. These are
These are
small.
50. Yeah,
I could
exactly.
put this on my bathroom, or I can just sip some whiskey out of it or something.
Exactly. Whiskey, wine, water, whatever. That's
Mm,
the W's. What
nice.
what would Becca drink? WWBD. Yeah. Okay. And then what I want to
I
make
think you, yeah, I think you could decide to leave your planters or your garden stakes at home on some of those
yeah.
shows.
Yeah. And what I want to do is make sure to like cater to kitchenware, but also
Mhm.
not go fucking insane. Like I don't want to start making I don't know if I should do spoon rests or not, but
I was like holding back from saying that because I don't know how you feel about it.
I don't know. I feel like
I mean, could you hand build them in a way that
yeah, I
was
could hand build
enticing?
spoon rests. I could hand build spoon rests, but I don't feel like they would sell. I don't feel like I've come up with a design for spoon rests that
Maybe put
makes
them on the bottom of your list as like a test. Like
yeah.
maybe after you get your set of featured items.
Yeah, and then also like I was thinking about garlic graters.
Oh yeah,
Um
those would be easy. You've done those before, right?
yeah, and I just use a fork to make the grater part.
Hmm.
But the problem is you have to like when you glaze them, you have to wipe off the inside and
Hmm.
like
Where
yeah.
the texture is.
Yeah. If I could
Okay.
figure out an easy way to make sponge holders, I would make sponge holders again in a fucking second.
Could you make them in slab built? Hand build them?
Yeah, yes, but I don't
I'm sure there's a
know.
template you could drape them in or roll them out, cut them, and then put them in some kind of form.
Yeah. Like I remember I tried to drape them over a 2x4. No, a 1x2.
You need to have something that it's wider than, right? So it shrinks
Hmm.
inward.
Yeah, and so I've got to figure something out.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Maybe
so
you can make a set of like 2x4s that are equal distance, and then you have like a cloth or something that goes between them that you can
yeah.
sag the clay in between.
This is what I need an extruder for because I could make a little template and just
It's
extrude
like a
it.
U shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. It would kind of like extrude looking sort of like a napkin holder, and then you just cut it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't feel like it has to be I don't know. Sponge holders are such a conundrum. They're easy to glaze. Super
Hmm.
easy to glaze. You have to
What's
put
the
cork on the
market
bottom
for
though.
them, you think? Maybe you do that as a test and make 20 of them or something and see how they sell.
Yeah, like they used to sell super well when I sold them earlier, and then I would
Yeah.
just give people cork to put on the bottom of them.
Yeah. Maybe just like I don't know, maybe just throw like one test piece, throw a test piece every month or something and try something new and just see how it works, if
Yeah,
you like it or not.
because like there is still a chance that I'll go back to Gravesco for the end of the year,
Busy,
like
busy
for
season.
yeah busy season. Like there's definitely a chance of that. And I told her that anything that she needed me to throw, just to put like a date on it,
Hmm.
to be like, hey, come and throw this by this time, and I'll just come in and make them.
Yeah.
Um, I can feel my body. I feel like there's probably so many people that are like that understand this when I'm about to say. I can just feel my body feel like I need to make all the things. Like I just need to make all the things and
Why don't you just make like an MVP list? Most
yeah.
viable product list.
Most viable product.
That's what you call it when it's like an app that you're trying to get working. Just get the most viable product. Get your featured items. Like maybe you don't throw your tall tumblers in there first. Maybe those are not as important.
Yeah.
And make those month two.
Okay. Well, yeah, especially with the farmers market, I need to like release slowly. Like new stuff I
Yeah.
need to release slowly because
And
farmers
then
market have a lot of repeat customers.
yeah, and maybe like fancy cups are not priority right now because you have fancy stock right now, right?
Yeah, I do.
So, but maybe you need to make fancy cups every now and then for your own sanity.
Yeah. And I need to go back to doing the fancy cups with the actual designs on them because people like those. Well, and I probably need to do fancy cups at least once a month because if I can get $1,000, $2,000 from that, that would be nice.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a couple curveballs at you.
I'm ready.
You mentioned paintings in the past.
Oh yeah, I do. Yes.
Are
Okay.
you
Yes.
thinking of adding paintings in the mix to spice up your booth or sell? I'm sure it's a different market for it, and it's different if you're advertising for it, what you
I would
sell.
love to. I would love to. So here's my thought. Here's my idea. There's two things. Now we're ready. Oh, I was like away. I hope that oh shit. I hope that my
It
sound
sounded
was
good.
okay. Okay. Sorry, I got like really relaxed. My notes, look at my notes.
What is it? That's like a postcard, or it's
It's
a
a
small
to-do
to-do.
post-it.
I couldn't read anything on it, but I
It's
saw
got
that
a
it was not a very big piece of paper.
it's got a lot of spirals on it. It's got a lot of lines.
Oh, so you were doodling. I thought you were making notes.
I am. I was. There's things on the bottom. Look.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool.
Anyway, so okay, so here's what I was thinking. So um I really want to start doing paintings, but like large format paintings that are loose. So what I mean by that is that I have a whole roll of canvas and it's 4 feet tall, and I'd love to do like a 4 foot by 2 foot painting that's not in a frame. It's just loose. And it has like 2 rivets up in the top that you can hang it by, and that's it, and it's just like free flowing. And I'd love to sell those for like an appropriate price, like $50, $60 for
That's
like,
it for a 4 foot by 2 foot painting?
okay, maybe like $100.
I was
And
gonna say that sounds too cheap for 50 to
it
$60.
is cheap. I'm just selling myself out right now. I can't get away from it, okay? I'm sorry.
I'm sure, but I'm sure. Well, answer. I guess I can ask you, and you could tell me. Are you going to be more proud about selling those pieces? Are you going to be happier about selling that versus the pottery?
Probably,
Okay, so shouldn't you price it higher?
maybe. Um, but yeah, even and then doing smaller ones too. But I was thinking that it might be cool because then I could sand them. I could like hang them up on my booth, kind of like how they hang up posters, and you can like flip through them. You know, like
Are you
kind
talking
of
about
like
the old school posters that were inside the cases
yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah,
literally
yeah.
flip
Like
them
you
at
could just like
Target?
flip them. Like you could just like not flip them, but they're like hanging up, kind of like I guess kind of like clothes, like on a rack, and you
On a
just
dowel
kind of like
rod
flip
or
through.
something?
Yeah, yeah. And I was thinking that might be really cool to hang them up like that and do paintings like that, because there is one show that I want to do. It's called Offense of Art. Offensive Art.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a show that's next to a fence, so people hang their art on the fence. So the show is actually called A
Oh,
Fence of Art, um, which I think
okay.
is very clever. Um,
So shitty pots will fit in just right there.
just fine. Yeah, and so I could hang art on the fence, and that would be like really well received there. So yeah, that's definitely something that I want to.
And you can roll it up. I feel like that's the dream,
Exactly.
right?
That's the dream. Like I love the idea of a canvas that you can just roll up, take home and hang up.
Well, I meant for you to roll up and pack out to get out of
Oh,
there,
yeah, that too.
but
That too.
or to bring it in. Just have a shallow bin like under the bed bin and that you just have a bunch of canvases sticking
Yeah.
in and rolled up and or even smaller than that.
Or even flat too. They would still take up way less space flat. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I kind of want to do with that. And yes, I would love to sell paintings. I would really love to sell paintings. And
Hmm.
the biggest issue that I have is that I don't feel like my clientele likes paintings.
But if it's just it would just be like something extra to your booth, right?
I
It's
know.
not the main focus. It's just like, and if you get enough of the fancy cups, maybe your clientele's like, you know what? I don't really want a fancy cup for $100, but I could buy a painting that's smaller that's got that similar design if you're
Yeah.
keeping that same similar design for $50, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and like, well, and I think that like the pipe dream is that I would love to be able to just paint for the rest of my life, but and
Because you've
so
never, have you sold paintings before?
I've
You have
sold them,
sold
but they
some.
didn't sell well. Like they're okay.
Hmm.
I gave most of them away when I moved. Um, but like I have sold a few. And like, the one I gave to Jen, I sold to her.
Hmm.
And like
I
it's
mean,
not
it's a
like I'm
difference. If it's a different sell, right? I mean,
yeah.
you're selling decor versus
Yeah.
function.
And I mean like you can sell a painting for $600, you know, like a good
Hmm.
fucking painting for $600. But yeah. Meh.
Yeah. And maybe you just ease yourself into it. Maybe it's like, hey, I want to paint. I just want to paint a couple days every couple weeks,
Yeah.
one day a week or one day every 2 weeks or something.
Oh yeah. And then also I've
Don't
been
like make
making
it a job.
that overnight bag, that
Right.
canvas bag that I was hand sewing, and I found this sewing machine online, and it's a manual sewing machine for leather and canvas, and it was like $100. And
Oh, that's
so
cool.
yeah, and I have a friend that has a friend that actually bought the same one, so and they said it works great.
Oh.
And so I'd like to get that and start like sewing canvas bags that are also painted. Um,
Hmm.
and like riveting them together. I'm hand sewing the one I'm doing now, and it's taking a long time, and my thumb hurts. So I'm taking a break. but
Wow.
yeah.
And then
So
I'll ask one more question. Are you still making the glass stuff with your studio friend at Gravesco?
I couldn't continue because of my hands.
Oh, okay. Two
So
hands and hand
I would love
intensive.
to be able to get back to that, but I can't twist the
Okay.
glass. My hand falls
Yeah.
asleep.
You would just do
So
it for fun. If you did it, you wouldn't do it to make a set of them and sell them or anything like that.
yeah, super bummed about that. Honestly, really bummed. Um
Yeah.
I guess I could make the polymer clay jewelry. Um,
Yeah. And
just
see how
hoops.
it goes. Yeah. I mean, as long as it kind of fits with everything else that you're doing, right? Like
Right.
color
And I
wise or
don't feel
style
like it
wise.
would. I feel like I try to sell jewelry all the time and I should stop. Um uh
Maybe you just wear them to shows and
there you
see if
go.
anybody bites and see if there's interest there?
Yeah, and plus like especially at the farmers market, um,
Oh,
you
there
know,
you go.
well, at the farmers market, my friend is selling jewelry and her jewelry is like the shit. So
Hmm.
like I can't even compete with that at all
Yeah.
in any way. I was thinking about like making buttons or something. And then I made
That's
like
why you were asking about buttons.
yeah, and then I made like a test button today and I was like, nah, not gonna do that. Nope.
Nopers.
Nobody nopers. Yeah. I was like, ooh, that sucks. So yeah, I think that's I still would like to have like little grabs.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Are you getting overwhelmed with the options?
No, I was just thinking that I should make stickers. But then I was like, I don't know what to make
Don't make
stickers of.
stickers. Like, do stickers actually, honestly, do stickers actually sell?
Yes.
I get it. The effort is low, but
Clay stickers don't sell, but stickers sell. Like if it was I could make a
like
sticker
if
of a
you made
toaster.
your, what if you did some of your graphics and made them into stickers?
Yeah, I've thought about that and I don't know how to do that. I don't know how I would do it.
Like, how would you frame it? Is it like it would just end somewhere? Or do
Right,
you have
I
to do
don't
like a
know.
triangle? You know?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I've thought about that and I don't know how I would do
Hmm.
that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I'll take my iPad to the farmers market and see if I can draw stuff up, and I don't know, like
Just don't kill yourself with all the options and saying I need to do everything like you mentioned earlier.
I won't, but I also was like thinking about, oh, if I did prints or something like that with the paintings, you know, and if they were digital prints, then that would be easy, you know.
Right.
Piece
Because
of
you
cake.
could get pretty accurate with the iPad, right? Like
Yeah,
that could be print quality from the iPad.
exactly. And like, yeah, so I still got to think about it, but right now we're focusing on mugs, wine, pasta bowls, big bowls, pinch pots, fancy pots, and planters and garden stakes.
Nice.
That's what we're focusing on.
Yep. Nice. Are you going to so I sent you a bunch of shows. Are you going to look at a couple, or did I overwhelm you with all the options? I don't want you to have to come to Cincinnati for all of them, but that's what I know, so
I know.
that's what I sent you.
No, you didn't overwhelm me, but I also don't want to commit to anything until I do the farmer's market tomorrow to see if I'm gonna fucking fail. So,
Yeah.
because
when's the last time you did a lot of like interacting with customers at shows on a regular basis? I mean, you've done a couple here and there. Yeah.
Like 4 years ago, and like I'm not you, so I don't sell like you do. And like you're friendly. I'm friendly.
You're more like sit in the back, I'm available.
Yeah, you're available. I'm not.
If you need me.
And so yeah, like I don't know. I'm just not good at shows. And I think that everybody that listens to this podcast already knows that. But it's just like part of me is like maybe Indianapolis will like my shit enough so that it's okay, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But maybe they won't. But like, you know, at the Graves Coast show I did almost $1,000, and then at the open house I did $500, and those are like better than some of my regular shows that I ever did, you know. So
and the Graves Co show, was that other potters in the shop that actually sell their own stuff there?
Yeah, it was a clay crawl, so like most of the people that were going liked clay in the first place. Okay. So
that's why I think you should sign up for that Pottery Palooza that I talked about.
I know.
I just want to see. You said the people would not like you there, but I just think it would be.
He told me that I should sign up for Pottery Palooza, and I told him that if I go to Pottery Palooza, people are gonna throw rocks at me.
The customers or the fellow potters?
The fellow potters, when I show up with my $15 cups and like.
They do like pottery demos and stuff there. I told her there's a lot of folks from Queen City Clay that sell there because Ben Clark, the owner of Queen City Clay, actually grew up in Richmond. So like that's his Richmond, Indiana is where it's at.
Okay.
That's where he's from. So he's got a lot of customers there, and that's literally the only show he sells at besides the Queen City shows where he's staffed, so he has stuff out at the Queen City shows, but he doesn't like actively sell his things because he's focused on education and stuff like that, running the business. So, yeah, I feel like when you're at like a pottery show, you're just in the midst of people that appreciate pottery. So even if it's a $15 thing, like some people can appreciate that, especially you're different, right? So if your fancy cups there, like you might sell some more fancy cups, you know?
That's true.
That's what I was thinking of.
There's no pottery like the fancy cups, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you're like brand new. They're like, oh, I come to this show all the time, but I've never seen you here. Where are you from? Who are you?
I'm from the middle of nowhere.
Would you ever do the spring fair that I do?
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. I'll do it next year.
I mean, you'd have to join the Clay Alliance for $25, but.
How much is the show?
You can get a corner booth for $160, or you can do a regular 12x12 or 10x10 for $120.
Is it a one-day show?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that shit, man. I ain't gonna pay $160 for a one-day show. Fuck you.
I sold 4,000 last year. I sold 3,500 this year.
Yeah, you sell so much. I I don't know
Or I didn't
anybody.
sell 3,500. Sorry, I
I
sold
do not know.
3,000 this year, or
It
2,500
is
this year.
mind-boggling how much money you make at these fucking shows. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it, and nor does anybody else that's listening to us. Like, I'm speaking for you all,
I
but
don't do anything special. I don't understand it. I
I don't
understand why you're so
understand
fucking
why.
shocked. Every single time I tell you how much I sell at a show, you're like, I don't understand it.
I don't, and I never will, because, like, I mean, I understand that
You've
you're
been
like,
with me at shows. Like, I don't do anything special.
I know, and you have like basic bitch pottery, and I don't get it. I don't get it. Ryan, I don't get it.
I
I
think it's a
like,
mesh between the price point, the colors, being at the right show, and my personality. I don't know.
and my personality. Yeah, I know. I was actually telling Mary and Sarah today. I was like, Ryan does so well at these shows. I was like, he's so approachable. He's like just this cute little white boy that all these 50-year-old women are like, ooh, look at that hot piece of meat. Like,
They're looking at the pots for. I almost called you Rachel. Becca.
no, yeah. I'm just really curious. I mean, we've had this question for years. If I came out and did shows in indie in the Midwest, like if I would sell as well or better than what I did in
That
Washington,
would honestly, the Spring Fair would be a perfect equivalent show to compare how our sales go, because you would sell fancy pots there because people come to the show every
Mhm.
single year. They're looking for pottery. They're looking for new stuff. And if they've never seen you before and you get a 10 by 10 booth all to yourself, you're definitely going to make a splash because people have not seen your booth.
Good point. Good point. Good
Like
point.
there's a dude that sells there. He sells at one show a year. He makes the mushrooms.
The Mushroom Man.
The Mushroom Man. These things range from like $40 to like $65, and he sells 150 of them every year. Sells out
Do
completely.
you know the Mushroom Man?
I do know the Mushroom Man. His
The
name is
Mushroom
David
Man?
Mill.
The Mushroom Man!
He does not have a website. I don't think he lets anybody know about his business other than for that show.
Oh my God.
And he's perfectly content with making them once a year.
Can we do a recording doing the Do You Know the Muffin Man, but the Mushroom Man, and send it to him?
Oh, you should do that.
Do you know the Mushroom Man? The Mushroom Man? The Mushroom Man!
He lives on, I don't know, Lane. Millhouse Lane. Ooh. That's his business name. Millhouse
He lives
Pottery.
on Spring Fair Lane.
Spring Fair Lane.
Oh, we should probably stop talking.
Yeah.
2 hours. I don't know if anybody got any.
I think it's just the process, the thought process going into it as you're shifting your business, figuring out where
Yeah.
you're going next, but also
Yeah.
figuring out where your boundaries are and what's going to overwhelm you, what's going to keep you going.
Right.
But I mean, what's your timeline you're looking for here? You're trying to get yourself through to the winter time when,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I don't know how much work she's going to have. I don't know when it's going to pick up. I don't know. And that's also the thing, right? Like, I don't know if she's going to be like, hey, we have money now. Like, you can come back. And, like, what if I don't want to come back? And what if, like, you know, like, I pay $1,000 in rent. Like, you know, when I was doing shows and stuff before, all I had to do was pay my studio fee. Like, this is the first time in a while that I've had actual living fees.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you've got some options, right? You have a
Yeah,
customer base already that you can pull from online.
for sure.
You're figuring out, how to sell in person with this market.
Yeah.
And then, you've got production. Like, I was also thinking separately, and this kind of seemed like something you've kind of done it already, but like going to other people's studios, not killing yourself to work, but like helping them out every now and then. doing something fun for yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
To make a little bit of money, but I don't
yeah.
know if that would be feasible financially to do that a lot, but maybe that's something fun to.
For sure. I also, like, I was thinking, like, if I had my old glazes, I would not be worried at all right now. I feel like my old glazes were so fucking good that, like, they rode me because everyone was different, you know? Like, and every combo was interesting. You know, there was 10 glazes and they were all interesting. So
why don't you have those? Because you're using glazes that you've inherited?
yeah, and I think that once those go away, I'll probably go back to my old glazes. Sorry, Isaac. Reclaiming the glazes. But yeah, but then even then it's like mixing the glazes and stuff. I have to go to Rebecca's studio, and then hopefully like she still does the deal where we just pay her for the stuff, you know, and I can use her stuff. But I gotta go to Kentucky Mudworks while we're in Louisville.
Are you getting some clay?
Yeah, I gotta get some clay.
Nice.
Because I've gone through 100 pounds in a week, so.
Wow. When's the last time you got clay?
A while ago. I haven't thrown in like 2 months, so.
Okay. Yeah, I'm totally stocked up on Mudworks clay because the last time I got 1,000 pounds from Queen City when they got the stock in finally, and I've got about 30 boxes of Mudworks clay. And I've got like 5 boxes of Laguna left, so I'm gonna have to restock some Laguna, but I still have about 8 boxes stacked up in the garage that I need to bring downstairs.
Yeah, if I start producing like I used to produce, 30 boxes won't last me very long.
Yeah.
So.
Are you is there a place up in Indy that you can get Kentucky Mudworks clay, or do you have to go through? No.
It has to be shipped. And like we can like add,
Add to the pallet
to the
that Rebecca
pallet, but
gets.
yeah.
That's
But
good.
we won't be getting clay for a while because they ran out of Big Turtle. So. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think you got plenty of options. You got plenty of
Yes.
things to do on the list here. I hope that show goes well for you tomorrow.
Yeah, and I think the backyard craft show will be a good marker too.
Yeah, because you'll have a bigger selection than you had.
Yeah, because
last year
I made $600 with the shittiest looking table ever. Like.
Do you have your own tablecloth at least now?
I don't even have a tablecloth because my tables look nice.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that was a shit-tastic table. It was great. I know that Joe loved it. Old Forge Creations. He was like, "This was my favorite table setup ever."
Well, you'll have an actual booth this time, so.
Yeah, I'll have an actual booth, and I have 2 shelves and 2 tables. So,
nice. Oh yeah, because
I
you got some fancy shelves, right?
The origami shelves. And by the way, I got a ton of people asking me questions where I got those. If you just Google origami shelf on or search origami shelf on Amazon, just get the off-brand ones. I think they're like affordable. I think mine was like $50 for a 3-tier one, and then it was maybe maybe it was $60 for a 3-tier one, and then maybe $110 for a 5-tier.
What does an origami mean? Is that the brand, or that's just the way it stacks or something?
Origami is the fancy brand, and they stack flat, so they like fold out. So then you can fold them back in, and they're about like my 5-tier one is maybe 4 inches wide. And
so
like when it folds up,
it like accordions in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and is it wood?
No, it's metal.
It's metal. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll add a reminder to get that mug rack for you. And I'll bring that with me tomorrow.
We'll see if it works because you don't put your handles on them. You put a string on it.
No, I can bring some of that twine. I've got
No,
some
I've got
extra.
plenty. I've got plenty.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you should probably twine them.
Okay.
That's the easiest for me. I don't want to risk putting the mug handles on there and then people take them off, or that's where if it did get jostled, they could fall off.
Yeah.
And I still need to put a blog post about that. I've never done that.
Oh, you know what I did? Do you know what I did? Speaking of weights, I was like, I do not want to go for the fucking fence post PVC weights. So I bought the sandbags on Amazon for like $25 today, and they came in a day. And I'm gonna go to Lowe's.
Some of those. Somebody gave me, and I have yet to do anything with them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Lowe's and fill them up with sand tomorrow. So I just figure those posts are so long. Like, where the fuck are you gonna put them? And like,
are you talking about ones that go the length of the leg, basically, that are really?
Well, they're
dense?
like 3 feet tall or whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You mean where are you gonna put them in your car when you're going to and from?
Yeah, when you're packing. Yeah.
I put them in my floorboard behind my seat.
Right.
Yeah.
I have.
But they are heavy as shit, and they're just not fun.
They're not fun. Nothing's fun when it comes.
Yeah, you'll have to see how those sandbags do with the weather and stuff.
I think they're waterproof. They're like Euromax brand.
Oh, so that's good.
Okay. They should be good.
Yeah, I got some generic ones. I've yet to do anything with it. I was gonna. I mean, maybe I'll use them if I go to a show that's like gonna risk having wind or something. But I've never got sand for them or anything. So
yeah, I was like, you know what? What the fuck? Like, I don't want to fucking make anything. Just fucking buy it.
Yeah. I have yet to remake them. They've been cracked for like 2 years, and I'm still not. I just put them in the back of the booth, and I'm like, I'm not gonna remake these.
That's the thing I hate about the PVC pipes is because they look so shitty. Like after 2 years, they just
like they're all cracked.
Yeah, and they like disintegrate. It's just they look terrible. So, yeah.
I feel like you would do it, and you would like paint them fun colors or something.
Yeah. I'm trying to have a respectable booth, Ryan.
Okay.
With my black.
You still got your colored. You still got your colored paint legs on the booth. So.
I do neon green and neon orange.
So it adds a little spice to it.
A little spice.
Nice.
Spice
all right.
Your life.
Well, good. Okay. Good luck at the farmers market tomorrow. You can tell me about it this weekend, and we'll be there for the Becca Craft Show. People are not going to hear this until after that, but I hope we both sold well. I think I sold more than you, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you sold 1,400 last year, and I sold 600.
Okay. Do you want to guess what we're going to sell this year?
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm going to sell... Wait, what are you going to guess?
I'm going to guess 1,600.
1,600? I want to sell 1,000.
Okay. Either way, I think I'm going to sell more than you.
For sure. Let's be real.
Just because I have a lot of people that know me that would come.
Yeah, I mean, like, you went to high school there. Like,
duh. I grew up there.
Yeah. Yeah, for reals. Cool. Okay. See you later, alligator.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
1,000 would be nice.
1,000 would be nice.
Yeah. Let's see what that leather guy brings this time.
Oh, it's a new, right?
It's a new guy, yeah. He made the belt that I wear all the time, the brown belt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking ransacked my computer and just deleted all of my old projects.
Really? What old projects? What do you mean projects?
Like stuff from Monroe, like all of my old wholesale clients. Like I deleted all the logos. I deleted everything.
Whoa. Starting fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Was it just you were getting tight on capacity and you were like, I'm just going to clear this out?
Yeah, and it was like hard to find things and like it was just so cluttered. I hate a cluttered computer.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna stop the Skype. Bye, Skype peeps.
I called it Becca's next step.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.